Yes, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Real 92.3, LA's new home for hip hop, standing up to racism and racial injustice in the black and brown communities. E-Rock's in the building, and I got my sister in the building right now. Yo, it's good to see you again. DaniLeigh is on the basement with us. The quarantine conversation. Yo, Danny, how you been?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Congratulations. You
Thank
know, the album is finally out. And I mean, you were actually one of my first, would probably say, probably my second interview when I started the show on Real.
Really?
And yeah, and I know we were talking about how excited you were about the album coming out and working on it and things you wanted to do and stuff. So it's really amazing to see all of this just come full circle for you. So congratulations.
For sure. Thank you. I remember them times. That's crazy. It
I
was a minute
know.
ago, huh?
Well, yeah, it was man, like 8 months ago. Seven,
Uh,
8 months ago. Yeah, that's how long, dude. And that's the crazy thing. I mean, we were talking as if like we were gonna be out of the house in like 3 months.
Bruh, I know. It's
Oh
so
my,
crazy how fast like 2020 went by. Like so much stuff happened. Crazy.
we're a month and a half to 2021. A month and a half. Like, yo, like, yeah, I mean, you're right. Yo, time just it flies, but it flies obviously when things are constantly happening. A lot of things have happened obviously in the last 7 months since we spoke. Like, one thing that I did want to bring to your attention and just being as like a follower and a fan is yeah, I noticed that you've changed your hairstyle like maybe 4 or 5 times throughout
I
this
know.
pandemic. So like,
More than
if
that. More than that. It's been way more than that.
if there was an award for how many times you could change a hairstyle during a pandemic, I mean, definitely you'd win it. I mean, how many times do you think you've done that?
Ooh, I don't even know. You go to my Instagram page and like every single picture is a different hair. I love it.
Yo, it's great though because like yeah, if anyone can pull it off, it's you. So not I mean that itself is a talent. That itself is a talent as well. But obviously you've been safe. You've been staying out the way, but you're still making moves. Let's talk about the album, movie. It's
Movie
out
on.
now, widely
Yeah,
successful.
thank you.
How
Thank
does
you.
it feel to finally see all of your grinding and all this hard work finally come full circle?
It feels good. It feels so good. It's been a long 2 years, pretty much. Yeah, like I had just been working and moving and touring. My life was so fast that once I was finally ready to drop an album was around quarantine time. So it's like I had time to just like create this visual album that I've been wanting to do. I had this whole other story um before that I was gonna do for a visual album, but then it wasn't good enough for me. And I was like, I'm gonna continue to record and do what I gotta do, live life and go through different relationships and everything to and it came out and I movie came out. Like so I was grateful for the time and yeah, you
Well,
know.
like I said, like before we started the interview, it's been amazing to watch you, like have this all come to fruition and come full circle. Ladies and gentlemen, movie, it's out now. You can get it anywhere and everywhere you consume music. Danny, what would you say would be the most memorable moment or memory towards putting this album together? Like, what memory towards the process really stands out to you the most?
Mm, man.
I'm sure there's a lot. So,
I know. I'm trying to think of how many because it's just so much. It's literally like there's the process of creating the music where it's like, the you can hear it in my voice and my lyrics where it's just so genuine. Like everything was just so real, like to songs of like superstar to my terms to even like famous where it's just like, I'm a human being. Like, yeah, I do music and everything, but I go through real life. Like so the creating process of it was everything where I got to be in my bag and just write and pour out my feelings. I'm a very low key person, but music, I just put it all out there.
that's the
And then,
stage.
yeah. And then, like, create, and then the movie. Like, the movie was just like everything for me. Like, I feel like it was a perfect way to present an album. It was different. And
Yeah.
I'm a visual artist, so I got to really like I was so excited because it's like, I'd be excited doing music videos and stuff, but the fact that I was able to do an entire movie, it was just so awesome that I could do songs and visuals to each song on my album. You know what I'm
So
saying? So
let's talk about that. I mean, what was the thought process behind putting together a 30-minute visual album,
Mhm.
for movie? Like, I mean, I would have never thought about that. Like literally, like that was one of the most creative things I've seen someone, accomplish, literally, like not just through quarantine, but just in general. Like like that's an amazing thing to put together. Like, yo, what went into that?
Thank you. Well, I wanted to do a visual album for a minute now, and I had that story, a different story, but it was like, music videos connecting and creating a movie. But this one was so much more solid because it was like I got to sit down and like, yeah, I'm about to shoot a music video for everything. How it happened was
Wow.
like I put the track list together and pretty much picked all the songs within 2 years of music catalog of what I had. I picked my very best songs like that I felt, were the strongest. And it created the story. I had wrote down, hey, stop it. He like biting his tail. I'm like, what are you doing, bro?
Yo, he needs attention, yo. So
Right. Um, I wrote down like a script and I used all the song titles in it. So like when you hear when I first fell in love with my superstar, he told me I'm like a girl from a movie. Like, and it created this narrative of just like what the movie storyline would be. So being able to do it and then also incorporating just like real life, like situations. I'm in that garage dancing, like me starting off is like working hard trying to be a superstar. You see all the flashbacks of me being a professional dancer. You see I'm in the garage, my
yeah.
mom's garage, where that's where I used to really like rehearse like back in the day when I was independent. Like
Oh wow.
and then Monique, it goes into like where I hop out the car and ghost whip. And like that was the first thing that went viral for me, where it's like, the In My Feelings Kiki challenge, like I try to incorporate everything. Famous when he walks by the girls pulling up their pants. That's the Levi High challenge. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, then the next, all them flowers being sent to me, like that was real life. All of those flowers are actually flowers I got from somebody.
Oh
So it's
wow.
like, yeah, like it was
You don't
all
want
real
to
life.
name no names or anything, or
No, no, no. But yeah, so like there's a lot of real life things in it that it was just easy to write because I really felt like my life was a movie. Like that's why I put it into a movie and
a
called
movie
it,
form.
you know what I'm saying? Because it was a perfect visual and it was like so real and the music just went so along with it. And yeah.
Well, yo, great job, amazing, congratulations again, and ladies and gentlemen, this is a 22 track album.
Hmm.
22, 22. I mean, you probably remember songs like "Take It Easy," "Levi High." I remember you telling me about Dominican Mommy with Fivio Foreign, and I remember that had a special meaning to it, especially you being Dominican. So, like, tell me about that real quick.
Well, I'm Dominican.
Mm-hmm.
Dominican mommy. And yeah, I love being Dominican. It's so fire. Like our food is fire. Our music is fire. All Dominicans look so different too. Like people don't know I'm Dominican
Unique.
Rips. Yeah, we're like very unique. We all have unique looks. Like so I love that about Dominicans. And yeah, it's very important to me to, make sure people know that because there ain't a lot of Dominicans in the game. And even just going to Dominican Republic, I'm like, wow, this is like the most beautiful country. Like it's crazy. So I just appreciate it.
Of course, and we appreciate it too. I need to make my way out there, man. I actually have a good friend that I work with.
I'm about to buy a house out there.
Are you? Well, you spent some good time out there. I remember following you on Instagram. You were out there for quite a long time, like during
I
this
was out there
pandemic.
for
So,
like 2 months. Yup.
wow, yo, that had to be just like, I mean, no pun intended, a movie. Like, that just had to be insane. Like,
Right. No, it
two
was fire.
months, like in the motherland. Like,
I needed
I,
that.
I,
I
I,
needed that. That was right after I shot the movie too. I went right after this, so it was cool.
well deserved break. Absolutely.
Mhm.
What are some other notable records that you want people to really dig into off of movie? Top three. What would you say? The one with Party Next Door is my joint. So that's my jam right
That,
there. So
that's one of my joints too.
I love that record.
Yeah, I feel like any song could go though, but they're all so different. Like Diamonds on Me is like a hit on its own of just like
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean? Like a club joint. Like, and then like you got Last Night where it's just like so real where you're like, oh my God, her lyrics are crazy. So I don't know. It could really go either way. Like my terms with Party, like our voices just sound so good together. Situations I feel like is a lifetime song. Like
That's a great
it'll
record too. Yeah.
Yeah, like it just sounds so nostalgic and R&B and like wow. I don't know. There's so many different vibes because then you got Keeper where it's like up and it's fun. You could hear like Playboy Cardi on it or something like you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So it's just a lot of different ways and routes we can go with it.
And you got a lot of features on this album. I mean, you got the Baby, Gunna, Ty Dolla $ign, Party Next Door, like we just said, to name a few. Which one of those features would you say was one of those moments that happened during the creative process? Like, yo, we just got so and so on a record, and I didn't think that was gonna happen, but it's happening. Like, which one of those features where you're like, yo,
It
that
was
that that's happening?
yeah, it was Gunna.
Oh wow, okay,
Yeah, because I had that record for a minute now. I recorded that song I wrote that song like back in Atlanta, like maybe like 2 years ago. That's one of like that's an old song. And Miami
wow.
Rolling Loud, when I had went out there, I had booked the studio and Yella Beezy pulled up on me and he came through and did that verse.
Mm-hmm.
And I had that verse for mad long. I even performed that song so many times, like it wasn't even out, but I just love performance, like new shit. So I was like, yeah, I don't care. And then Gunna, like the label wanted Gunna on it. I knew Gunna, and I went through to him and Thug at his studio, and I played the record, and they were both just like, "Damn, this is crazy." So it was kind of either or. I was like, Thug or kind of like, "What's up?"
Wow.
So yeah, and then Gunna sent it to me like a couple days after. So that's when I was like, we got it. Yes. It was just a perfect song for him to get on because the beat, the vibe, like it was just so like, it was a no brainer.
100%. You know, I can only imagine that feeling. Like, yo, when you get that
Yeah.
session back and you play it for the first time and you hear that Gunna verse, you're like,
So crazy.
yo,
He's
this is
so good.
crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I remember the last time we spoke, man, and I asked you, like, yo, who is somebody that you would really want to work with? And you mentioned that Drake was someone that you really wanted to, do a record with. Is there any movement in that at all yet? Like, I remember you were saying, like, yeah, we talk here and there and text every now and then and stuff, but like, yo, is are we gonna get a DaniLeigh Drake record like we tried
I
to put
just
in the universe before?
Yeah, I just want him to hear a song and text me, be like, "Yo, send me this session," because I know that's how he does it. Like that song he just hopped on with Young Blue.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just literally DM'd Young Blue. It was like, "Yo, send me that session," and did it that night. So I feel like that's just how it's gonna happen eventually. I'm not really gonna hit him and be like, "Hey, can you get on
I mean,
the song?"
sometimes, hey, sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do. It's Drake. I would do. You gotta rattle
That's
the
how
tree a little bit. You know what I mean? So
right. That's how a lot of songs that I get too are like that. Like young Queen Naija, that's how I sent her Mistreated. She just hopped on it. Ty Dolla $ign, he just hopped on it like that. And Favi, he just hopped on it like that.
I feel it.
So
I feel
yeah.
it. I feel it. Let me ask you this. It's a weird time right now, man. Obviously, we are under a lot of tight rules here in California. How are you spending, like, your holidays this year?
I'll be with my family for sure.
I mean,
We
you're
probably go
you're
to
you're a
DR.
big family person, I know. So
Yeah. So we'll probably be in DR though, because I'm about to close on that house. So it'll be cool to just step away because they
movie.
ain't really going. Yeah, ain't nothing really happening in LA. So we definitely are looking forward to going out there again because it's just so nice.
Oh, absolutely, man. Tropical. I mean, your home,
That's my
and that's your property. Like, come on, man. You can't go
right.
wrong there. Any new sneaker pickups in the last couple weeks or anything? There was a lot of heat that came out. I know you're a big sneakerhead, so
Always. I
what you
just got
got?
the
What you
two.
got, dog?
I got the two Comme de Garçons
Fire.
forces.
Okay.
I got the black and the white ones.
Those are hot.
What? Yeah. What else did I just get?
Did you get these? Did you get these? Did you get these? Union
No,
fours, man. Come on,
I
man.
didn't got those. I got the Union Ford, the all cream ones, the off white ones.
We gotta make that happen. I know we got a mutual friend that we can call upon to make that happen. We'll see if we
Yeah,
can make that happen. So
let's do it.
yo, before I get out of here and before like, we go spend the holidays, with our families, it's a crazy time right now, like I said. And for your fans that are watching this interview and listeners that are tapping in right now, what is something that you can say to them in a positive manner, in a positive light, that will just let them know that things will be okay at the end of this, that we're going to get through this? What is something that you can say?
I would say, nobody knew this pandemic was gonna happen. So I like to look at life and things as like a lesson. So I feel
Mm-hmm.
like this time was a time for people to have time. So it's like figure out your home situation, figure out your passions, like, cause everything was so fast and like, now we got time for real. So just like stay positive, cause like I said, everything in life happens for a reason, and you know I look at it like that. Like, so I hope for everybody to look at it like that and just, look at the more positive instead of looking at the negative as much. So,
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, my Dominicana sister, DaniLeigh, I appreciate you as always. Again, congratulations. The album is amazing. And I'm so happy and proud to see this come full circle for you. And congratulations again on all your success. And when this is done, which is hopefully soon, we need to go and turn the fuck up somewhere. So,
let's go.
that's something I miss. Like, yo, like
Hey, I'm
turning
ready.
up, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
after you drop an album, you just want to go tour and like perform it. That's what I'm like, oh, it's like the only thing.
we'll get to it. We'll get to it. And I feel like there is like, some light at the end of the tunnel now, at least. I mean,
Yeah.
some,
And
some we got something. So.
right. And I dropped a movie. So people inside the house, so they get to watch it. So it was good. Perfect
Yeah.
timing. God's
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Movie. It is out now. Any way you consume music, man. If you consume it like, through a visual way on YouTube and whatnot, it's on there, man. It's on Spotify. It's on every stream platform possible. I'm telling you, you do not want to miss out and not listen to this album. All right. Danny, thank you. I appreciate you. And like I said, we're gonna turn up soon whenever this is over. So
right.
3, 2, 3.